Vamos para a apresentação da equipe da Grã-Bretanha. Número 4, Thomas. E comissário Alan. Vamos para a execução do hino. Por gentileza, todos e todas em posição de respeito para a execução do hino nacional da Tailândia. Todos e todas em posição de respeito para o hino nacional da Grã-Bretanha.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sao Paulo, Brazil, and the 8th annual Men's Under-23 Wheelchair Basketball World Championship. It's great to have you all on board on the IWBF YouTube channel. John Hobbs bringing you the action here on court number 1 as Group B leaders Great Britain take on Thailand in our first encounter. Great Britain, who have won their opening 2 games by an average of 67 points, taking on Thailand, still waiting for their first victory in 2 games. Great Britain can, in a way, put one foot into the knockout phases with a win today. Of course, anything can happen in the other games, but Great Britain will stand a good chance should they win today. And after this game, they will play Italy in what will be a tough encounter for Coach Orabemi's side. For Thailand, of course, 0-2 right now, but have shown a lot of fight, a lot of passion, and no doubt they will bring the intensity to Great Britain here today. Starting 5s for GB, and it's a different starting 5 to the one we've seen in the opening 2 games, and a first start in international level for number 8 Rowan Olsen, who will start alongside Alex Wilson, Joel Clifton, Oscar Knight and Charlie McIntyre. For Thailand, they will start with Superwit Weabring, Bumthihak Sisuwon, Dusuti Shuershai, Gernokhat Kaompak. He will actually be on the bench. Fa'oltuk Chiero will also start alongside Chachafong Fufan. Great noise here again in the Paralympico training complex here in Sao Paulo. Our 3 officials for today's game: from Egypt, Aya Ahmed; from Italy, Maurizio Zamponi; and Enzo Fernandez of Chile. And in fact, it's the number 14, Amontep Kongpakhal, that will start in place of Kampapok for Thailand, as GB get the first possession of the game and along the baseline, and the first score for Oscar Knight. And Thailand with their first offense of the game. Here it is Fa'otok. Fa'otok to Amontep. Amontep misses the 2. Here comes McIntyre. Knight again off the glass. And so far, GB racing out to a 4-0 lead early doors. Charlie McIntyre, who got the competition's first triple-double last night against South Africa. A fantastic performance for him against the African champions, as Amontep has the ball. 7 to shoot for Thailand. Ball goes straight out of bounds, and it will be a GB ball. Amontep Kongpakhal, who was second in scoring for Thailand at the last World Championships when they hosted it in 2021. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre inside to Knight. Knight again. Oscar Knight with 6 quick points for Great Britain, and they have a 6-0 lead. See the replay here. Great find there from McIntyre, and a lovely cut from Knight to the basket. And GB with a 6-0 lead, and an offensive foul has been called on Fa'oltuk Chiero. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre given a lot of space, but decides to pass it out. Clifton from 6 feet off the back iron. The ball is batted around and it's rebounded by Emontep Kompakau. And here is Emontep Kompakau with the ball, putting the moves on Olsen, making his first international start for GB. A great moment for that young man. Full fun with 3 to shoot for Thailand. McIntyre and Knight hounding him. And Knight deflects the pass, and Joel Clifton is all alone in transition. This should be an easy score for GB again. And an 8-0 start for the European champions. As said, Great Britain have won their first 2 games by an average of 67 points. They top Group B at the moment, with Italy to come. Emontep Kompakau is blocked by McIntyre, gets another slice of the cake, but it's rebounded by Knight. And away comes Clifton. It went behind him, but he still has the ball. Clifton lobs it. It's welcomed in by McIntyre. A mid-range, money. And a 10-0 start for Team GB. And the ball deflected, and again, Great Britain not wasting any time in transition. Room service for Knight. And Coach Dostala calls a timeout for Thailand, and a 12-0 start for Coach Oribemi's side, looking to go 3-0 here in Group B. Great to have you all on board on the IWBF YouTube channel. Of course, it's the 3rd day of the Under-23 World Championships here in this fantastic South American city, Sao Paulo. And this venue, part of the Rio 2016 Legacy Project, and housing up to 20 sports, different disciplines here in this training complex. Of course, wheelchair basketball, one of them. Football, judo, boccia, table tennis. Just a few of the sports played here by many Paralympic hopefuls. Certainly a wonderful facility, and for the 2nd time, Brazil hosting this magnificent Under-23 World Championship. They hosted it back in 2001. Canada won it back then, 2-time winners. As Emontep Kompakau misses the baseline shot, here is Knight. Knight inside, and the finish from Wilson. And Great Britain, 7 of 8 to start from the field. Conversely, Thailand, 0 of 5 from the field. And a travelling violation called on Emontep Kompakau, who will certainly drive the offence for Thailand, will look to drive the offence for Thailand today. Thailand nearly 5 minutes without a score. An averaged 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists a game at last year's IWBF Asia Championships. Did Kompakau, as substitutions now coming in for Great Britain. Tom Harvey and Jack Long come in, 2 of the regular starting 5, it must be said, for GB, coming off the bench today. And here is Long, who led the scoring yesterday against South Africa. And Wilson with his second field goal. Falutuk Chiero, and there'll be a brief stoppage of play as one of the Thailand players is on the floor. 4:53 remaining, 16-0 in favor of Great Britain. As Supawit Wiabring was on the floor, he's now back up, and Thailand will reset their offense. And Ollie Porter is looking to check into the game. And Ollie Porter comes in for his first action of today, and likewise with Rowan Olsen making his international debut, part of the Mohawks program based in the Northeast, as Wilson gets the block on Sisuwan. Porter actually now playing over in Warwickshire at the moment, in the Midlands of England, as the miss there from Kongpakau. And here comes Long. Long, brilliant pass inside, lovely find, and another finish for Alex Wilson. And the Sheffield Steelers man with 3 field goals in this first half, his first quarter, excuse me. And Thailand methodical in their offense, but really not getting a meaningful shot off, so they will look to set some screens like they're doing there with Kongpakau, who puts Chiero free. 2 to shoot though for Thailand, and that shot absolutely rattles the rim, and the GB team now just having a transition party, aren't they, with Jack Long getting on the score sheet. 20-0 run for Great Britain. Amontep Kongpakau at the foul line, putting the moves on Harvey. Shot clock now in single figures for Thailand. Kongpakau back with it on the wing, looking to put the shot up, but he can't get any room, and he'll have to throw it up, which he does, and there'll be a shot clock violation. The shot happened after the buzzer. Liam Barker into the game for Great Britain, and Coach Orobemi rotating the GB team frequently. Off the window is no good from Tom Harvey. That's just GB's second miss from the field in this first quarter. Kongpakau puts up a 3, that's short, and that was a good look for Thailand, albeit early in the shot clock, but a very good shot opportunity from Thailand. Here is Long dancing his way to the basket. And even though Thailand have yet to get off the mark, nearly 8 minutes without a score, a positive attitude from them, and their bench are encouraging their 5 on the floor, and that's great to see. Shot clock at 9 for Thailand here. Fufan with the ball. And the whistle has gone. In fact, Kachakpong Fufan actually stepped out of bounds. Here is Liam Barker. Long Doesn't put that one down, but chased down and welcomed in by Harvey. Long, Barker. He can shoot the long range from there. Long inside. They're all queuing up Great Britain. The miss, though, from Wilson. And away come Thailand, but Great Britain quick to get back on the defense and get into their man-to-man set. Here is Amontep Kongpakhao, and again a Thailand player on the floor. And it looks to be Bunthihak Sisuwan. And Sisuwan is helped back up by his Thailand teammate Weabring, and away come Thailand with their offense, but the miss there from Sisuwan, and now it's 2-on-1, and Wilson will have some easy room service. Been a professional first quarter so far for Great Britain. 11 or 12 of 16 from the field with 1:10 remaining. And another turnover as Porter gets his hands in the way and gets the steal, and Long comes up with it. Long now pushing. Porter there in support. Wilson looks to set the screen, as does Porter. Long will go for two. That's off the back iron and rebounded by Kongpakhao. Final 40 seconds and a turnover again. And now Harvey to Long, and Long off the window is no good. Looks to get his own rebound. Ball bobbles out. It'll be a Thailand possession. Thailand so far 0 of 9 from the field. Kongpakhao has shot 7 of those attempts, and he is on the ball now. Passes inside, and Barker with the block on Falatuk Chiero. 17 seconds left in the first period, and the first score of the game for Thailand, who get off the mark with Kongpakhao from the mid-range. Final seconds of the first period. Long to Barker. Barker, the lefty, rattles it in. And that'll do it for the first period, and Great Britain out to a 24-point lead, asserting their dominance early in their third game of these World Championships. They lead Thailand 26-2. Amontep Kongpakhao got Thailand's sole score towards the end, but Great Britain, led by the double act of Alex Wilson and Oscar Knight, both have 8 points and a combined 8 of 9 from the field thus far. And a good start for those lads there in Great Britain. All smiles, especially Abs Tagrest, who's yet to get off the bench at the moment, but as said for Coach Orobemi, this will be a frequent substitution type game where players will be rotated onto the court frequently. And as for Thailand, just getting into an offensive rhythm will be the key for them. Getting a good shot off, working off each other, being patient, and defensively just show no fear to that Great Britain team. And right now, Great Britain have had everything their way. 12 points in transition for GB. 24 of their 26 points have come inside. And the Great Britain fans having some fun as well here in Sao Paulo. They've been fantastically represented, Great Britain, with their supporters. It's been a wonderful tournament thus far here in South America's largest city. home of more than 22 million people here in Sao Paulo. And they have been incredible hosts to this World Championships as we enter the halfway point of the group phase here in Sao Paulo and the start of the second period here. And Great Britain leading by 24 as Kong Pak Hau shoots it over Henley Kavanagh. And like I said at the start of the game, he'll be the main offensive threat for Thailand. And Montep Kong Pak Hau can put big points up when needed. At the other end, Harvey misses the midi. Here come Thailand again with Falatuk Chiero putting the moves on Harvey. Looks to get past Kavanagh. And now we'll go back out again. Kavanagh doing a great job smothering him, and then the defensive stop there from George Gray into the game for the first time. And Liam Barker loves to run out in transition and gets the easy finish. Here is Falatuk Chiero and Wumthihak Sisuwan on the floor as Thailand coach Diastra and Abs Tagrest of Great Britain help him up. And Thailand will reset their offense. Kong Pak Hau. Here is Fufan. One to shoot for Thailand, and this will be a shot clock violation. Henley Kavanagh got the steal anyway, but the pass from Kavanagh goes straight to Sisuwan. And Sisuwan is fouled by Abs Tagrest. Early doors in the second period here in this Group B encounter. 2-0 GB, looking to go 3-0. Thailand currently 0-2. Here is Falatuk Chiero. And Gray got the deflection. It was welcomed in by Kong Pak Hau, who goes to the window and down. How about Montep Kong Pak Hau right now? Really finding his groove. That's his third field goal. Harvey to Gray. Gray gets the friendly roll. George Gray so deadly from 6 to 8 feet. Falatuk Chiero. And Falatuk, again, a whistle has gone as Montep Kong Pak Hau lost his balance and shakes hands with Liam Barker, who inadvertently just hit him with the wheel. And now Thailand will reset. Falatuk Chiero, shot clock at 2, and a wild hook shot three-point attempt. Well, it looked good from here, but it was it was too strong. Smacked the other side of the backboard, and a shot clock violation for Thailand. That's Thailand's 12th turnover in this contest, and here is Harvey. Harvey looking to dance, glides to the basket. Whistle has gone before George Gray can get his shot off. And Tom Harvey coming off a strong season with the Steelers, the Sheffield Steelers, averaging 14 points in his season. Henley Kavanagh inside. Henley Kavanagh had a fantastic game off the bench yesterday against South Africa. Here is Kong Pak Hao. Kong Pak Hao misses the two. Good defense from Barker, but the referee blows his whistle. Another Thailand player on the floor. Going back to Henley Kavanagh, native of Manchester in the northwest of England. He had 15 points, 7 rebounds yesterday against South Africa off the bench. A really strong showing from GB's number 18. Here is Barker, who had a great season with Reading Rockets last season, and the shot is good from the GB number 5. And a whistle has gone as Superwit Weerbring is now on the floor. Right now, Thailand's just 3 of 14 from the field. All 6 of their points have come from that man in Montep Kong Pak Hao. Shot clock at 9. Montep Kong Pak Hao again. 4 field goals for him. All 8 of Thailand's points have come from their danger man, number 14, and Montep Kong Pak Hao. Here is Harvey to Kavanagh. Kavanagh over Kong Pak Hao. And even though Kong Pak Hao has got all the Thailand's points, the other 4 on the floor are doing their job. Great ball movement for them. And I was going to say solid passing. That was deflected by George Gray and out of bounds, and a timeout has been called by Adeola Bemi of Great Britain. He wants to send his troops to just have a quick chat about what they're going to do next, because at the moment Thailand, even though they're leading big Great Britain, they're letting Thailand get some good mid-range shots, and especially Montep Kong Pak Hao has really done some damage in this second period. And the supporting cast, the other 4 Thailand players on the floor, certainly doing their bit as well. Great off-ball movement, crisp passing, especially along the perimeter. But Great Britain certainly dominating proceedings here, leading 36-8 with 5:23 remaining in the half. A warm welcome to everyone, whether you're watching in Thailand, whether you're in the United Kingdom, or all over the world here on the IWBF YouTube channel. The 8th annual Under-23 World Championships here in Brazil. And Great Britain looking to become only the 3rd nation to win a 2nd gold medal at this level. Of course, they won the European Championships in Spain last summer. And Thailand, the hosts of the last World Championships in 2021 in Phuket. 5 to shoot for Montep Kong Pak Hao, and that's better defense from Great Britain, specifically from Gray, the number 13. And Oscar Knight back into the game for GB. Here is Gray at the other end, too strong. McIntyre also into the game, gets the offensive board. Gray can't get it to fall. Gray finally gets it at the 3rd time of asking. 30-point advantage, 38 points to 8 to Great Britain. Falatuk Chiero, Kong Pak Hao. That's a tough shot. Did well to get the shot off under great pressure from George Gray, but Kong Pak Hao misses the mid-range. Here is McIntyre looking for Kavanagh, finds Kavanagh. Kavanagh with the basket. And the shot agonizingly falls out from Kong Pak Hao, who has taken roughly 85% of Thailand's field goal attempts in this contest. McIntyre has the ball. Tagrest a decent mid-range shooter, but that one was short from along the baseline. 3:42 remaining in the half. GB up 40-8. Falatukchiero has the ball. Puts up the shot, knocks it down, and another Thailand player in the scoring book. Falatukchiero averaged 6 points, 7 boards, 4 assists in last year's IWBF Asia Championships. The miss there from Knight. Gray racing to get it, keeps it in play. Well played from George Gray, but it goes straight to Falatukchiero. Chiero now putting the moves on Gray. Looking for Kong Pak Hao, who does well to set himself open. McIntyre hounding him. Superwit of Weabring is blocked, and it'll be a Thailand possession. Superwit Weabring, an intelligent playmaker for this Thailand team. The Thai number 6, yet to get into his groove right now, but certainly a player who prioritizes passing rather than shooting. Amontep Kong Pak Hao, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Good double team defense there from Gray and McIntyre, and our referee just having a chat with Charlie McIntyre. Our 3 officials today: Aya Ahmed from Egypt, Maurizio Zamponi from Italy, and Enzo Fernandez of Chile. A 30-point lead for Great Britain, now a 29-point lead as Amontep Kong Pak Hao gets the first free throw. Misses the second. 9 points for Amontep Kong Pak Hao. Here is Knight. Lobs it, and it's welcomed by McIntyre. Sets himself, thinks about the shot, now dances inside. Knight, he'll put up the shot, and it gets that friendly roll. (42-11) in favour of Great Britain. Falatukchiero finds Amontep Kong Pak Hao. Overnight, and that's short. That's his favourite spot to shoot. And now George Gray in transition. And Gray with the finish. No, he blows the layup. Kavanagh gets the offensive board. Here is Knight. Only Great Britain's 4th offensive rebound in this game. McIntyre a 2. Falatukchiero. Final 90 seconds of the half. Great Britain in the ascendancy against a stubborn Thailand team. They have really fought hard in this contest. 5 to shoot for Thailand in Amontep Kong Pak Hao. Here is Falatukchiero, and that was short. And Oscar Knight to McIntyre. McIntyre now. Easy room service for the Dinamo Cesari man. Final 45 seconds of the half. Ollie Porter is aiming to check in, but might not get a chance at this rate. Thailand playing every inch of their offense to the shot clock right now as Amontep Kong Pak Hao is hounded by McIntyre and Kavanagh. McIntyre comes up with it. McIntyre to the races. Knight, they're all wanting to get in on the act, but McIntyre's touch pass to George Gray was not collected by the University of Worcester man, and the ball goes out of bounds. Kavanagh. About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock to end the half. Gray again banks it home. final seconds of the first half, and I think Thailand will just hold on, or they'll try and hold on, and that will do it for half-time. And Great Britain are leading Thailand 48-11 at the end of the half. Oscar Knight with 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting, supported by Alex Wilson's 8 on 4 of 5. Great Britain shooting 65% from the field in this entire competition thus far. Great Britain have not gone under 51% from the floor in this entire World Championships thus far. They're keeping that momentum going right now for Thailand. Imorntep Kongpakhao leads the way with 9 points, 7 rebounds. A great performance from him, but Thailand just struggling to get into a bit of rhythm. 5 of 23 from the field right now, 21%. And Great Britain lead Thailand 48-11, and we'll be back in roughly 12 to 13 minutes time. Hello everyone, welcome back to Sao Paulo, Brazil, the Paralimpico Sports Hall. And as you see on the top right-hand side, Great Britain leading Thailand 48-11. Hello everyone, wherever you are across the world, whether it's in Thailand, whether it's in the United Kingdom. John Hobbs keeping you company for the second half of action here on court number 1. Great Britain led by the duo of Oscar Knight, 10 points. Alex Wilson with 8. Putting in a professional first 20 minutes of action here in the city of Sao Paulo. And for Thailand, Immontep Kongpakhao leads the way with 9 points and 7 rebounds. But Thailand certainly with their backs against the wall in this Group B encounter. And later on today on this court, the hosts Brazil will take on Australia. And the day will culminate here on court 1 with Israel taking on Germany. Over on court number 2, Turkey and Canada will be locking horns momentarily. And the USA and Japan will bring the action to a close over on court number 2 later on this afternoon. If you just follow the IWBF on all social media platforms, you will see all the listings for today's games as Thailand off the mark with their first field goal of the third period. As Falatuk Chiero gets his first score of the second half. As the Thailand trainer just went to help up Superwit Weerbring and races back to the bench. GB can now get their offense up and running. Here is Joel Clifton. Clifton puts it in. Joel Clifton with his first field goal. Didn't even need to pass the ball, just knew exactly what he was going to do and let it rip. 50-13 in favor of GB. Falatuk Chiero. Immontep Kongpakhao. Lovely pass inside, and the finish was wanting by Bumthihak Susiwan. And Barker inside. (52-13) in favour of Great Britain. Falatuk Chiero on the ball. Immontep Kongpakhao. Kongpakhao inside, another good pass, and Bumthihak Sisuwan will head to the foul line, and almost a carbon copy of what we saw in the last Thailand offense. Lovely off-ball movement, great cut to the basket by the young man Bumthihak Sisuwan, one of only 2 Thailand players that started all 7 games at last year's IWBF Asian Championships, Oceania Championships, excuse me. And a player who does like to attack the basket, doesn't usually shoot from mid-range or long range, likes to do all of his work under the hoop. And misses the second free throw. Here is Clifton. Barker. Barker to Kavanagh. Kavanagh and a foul. Henley Kavanagh picking up where he left off yesterday. Kavanagh now with 8 points, a flawless 4 for 4 from the field for GB's number 18, who had a fantastic game, as mentioned earlier on, against South Africa off the bench. Misses the resulting free throw. Immontep Kongpakhao on the ball. And the Thailand player just hits the deck. as Liam Barker and Kong Pakau help up Superwit Weabring. And Falatok Chiero looking to get Thailand up and running. Here is Montep Kong Pakau. And Kong Pakau's pass deflected by Barker, welcomed by Long. And here is Jack Long. Cologne 99ers will be looking at Jack Long's performance. Of course, he'll be joining the German club in the summer. Here is Clifton. 6 to shoot for Joel Clifton. Puts it up, knocks it down. And over on court number 2, Tukia and Canada will get us underway in just a second on the IWBF YouTube channel. All games live and exclusive on the IWBF YouTube channel and also on the CBBC Brazil YouTube feed as well, as Kong Pakau misses the mid-range. Here is Clifton. Nearing 4 minutes played in the third period. Long, a mid-range off the window and doesn't go. And it's rebounded by Falatok Chiero. And a whistle has gone. Superwit Weabring again on the floor. All the noise you can hear coming from the Great Britain fans as the Union Jacks and the Odd Welsh Dragon parade in the background on the screen. The atmosphere in this incredible complex has been fantastic all week long thus far. Falatok Chiero on the ball, 3 to shoot for Thailand. And Falatok Chiero, that'll be a shot clock violation. I don't think Thailand were aware that the buzzer was sounding. And Great Britain will get the ball, and that's turnover number 15 for Thailand. Clifton on the ball. Clifton puts up a 2 and knocks it down. Joel Clifton loving the mid-range in this third period. He's been deadly from the wing. And Great Britain up 58 to 13. Falatok Chiero on the ball. Screen set there from Fufan. Chiero, there it is, Fufan. Unlucky not to get that shot close to the hoop. Chachafong Fufan with his first field goal attempt and first miss of the game. Long, Kavanagh from 6 feet. And Great Britain now 60 to 13 to the good. Chachafong Fufan. Montep Kong Pakau in great space, and that was a lovely cut to the basket from Montep Kong Pakau, and he'll go to the foul line for Thailand. And substitutions, a triple substitution for Great Britain. George Gray, Charlie McIntyre and Rohan Olsen will come in. In fact, a timeout has been called on the floor. 4:52 remaining in the third period. And Great Britain lead big here against Thailand, looking to go 3-0 in Group B. If you've just joined us on the IWBF YouTube channel, warm welcome to you all here from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And later on court number 1, we will see the host nation, Brazil, take on Australia. And following that game, we will see Israel take on Germany. Over on court number 2, tipping off momentarily. There's a slight delay at the moment, but Turkey will take on Canada. And then that'll conclude on court 2 with the USA taking on Japan. Both Great Britain and Thailand in action tomorrow. Great Britain taking on Italy, and Thailand will square off against the United States of America in what will be the final game of day 4 there, as Imhotep Kongpakul will go to the line for Thailand and make the first. Of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the IWBF YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, IWBF, for all tip-off times that are convenient for you. Here is McIntyre, long, beautiful pass from McIntyre. The competition leader in assists. And he is 1 assist shy of his 3rd straight double-digit dime game. Falatokchiero, hounded by McIntyre, gets past him and now has Gray to meet. 9 to shoot for Thailand. Falatokchiero needs to get busy here because the shot clock is winding down. They've got to put something up. They do put something up, but Chachafong Fufan can't make that 2 under the hoop, and here comes Long. McIntyre now welcomes the ball. Under 4 to play in the 3rd. Here it is McIntyre looking for Gray, finds Gray, touch pass back to McIntyre. 5 to shoot for Great Britain, and now Great Britain have got to get busy. McIntyre, and mid-range is money. Charlie McIntyre, himself a flawless 4 for 4 from the field. He has 8 points to go with his 9 assists. Great Britain now shooting 69% from the floor in this game. Falatokchiero, great defense from Gray. 7 to shoot for Thailand. Falatokchiero. Again, Thailand have got to put something up. Imhotep Kongpakul, and this will be a shot clock violation. Turnover number 16 for Thailand. And that's their 3rd shot clock violation in this 3rd period alone. Here is McIntyre. Here is Long. Almost saw his eyes light up there for 3, but instead goes a bit closer to the basket. And Jack Long, who came off the bench in this one, now has 8 points to go with his 5 assists and 4 boards. 2:30 to play in the 3rd. And Great Britain, you could say, doing a very professional job right now as Falatokchiero has the ball and Imhotep Kongpakul has it, guarded by McIntyre. Again, the shot clock winding down. Gray gets the deflection. It'll be a shot clock violation. Gray can't collect the ball in time. .211 remaining, and for Great Britain, currently 2-0, looking to go 3-0 before their clash with Italy tomorrow. Of course, Italy narrowly missing out on a podium finish at the last summer's European Championships, missing out to Turkey in that one. Great Britain, of course, unbeaten, unblemished European champions in Madrid. McIntyre a 3, and that's short, and Imhotep Kongpakul with the rebound. Kongpakul now, And a foul has been called, an offensive foul called on Superwet Weabring. And Superwet Weabring helped up by his comrades. That's a first foul on Superwet Weabring. Both teams have been incredibly disciplined, actually, in this one. No foul trouble to speak of. Only the fourth foul in this contest for Thailand. Only 4 players with 1 foul for Great Britain. As the points keep on coming. Malatuk Chiero, here is Fufan. 1:20 remaining in the third. Fufan looking for help. Jack Long and Kavanagh almost have him double teamed there. McIntyre now defending on Falatok Chiero. Another shot clock violation against Thailand. 1:03 remaining in the third period. Substitution coming in for Thailand as Kachapong Fufan comes out and into the game for the first time. Nononat Kampupak as Gray under the basket. Gray off the window and down. Amontep Kompakau. Final 40 seconds of the third period. Great Britain up 70-15. Kompakau a 3. That's off the back iron. And it's rebounded. And the shot is up and no good from Kampapak. And here comes McIntyre. McIntyre glides to the basket. The easy feed to Henley Kavanagh. And Charlie McIntyre now makes it a hat-trick of 10 assists or more in these World Championships. And the whistle has gone. And again, Superwet Weabring is on the floor. Very physical player. In fact, it's not Superwet Weabring, it's Nippon Bumthawat, who's into the game for the first time and on the floor. A very physical player in his own right, and it'll be the final seconds of the third period. Thailand won't even go for the shot. And that ends the third period. Great Britain leading 72-15. 3 players in double figures. Great Britain shooting 70% from the floor. Henley Kavanagh with 10 points. Jack Long and Oscar Knight equally matching Kavanagh's total. Alex Wilson with 8. Charlie McIntyre flirting again with a double-double. 8 points and 11 assists, for him. Of course, McIntyre, the man from Southend in Essex on the south of England. Got the competition's first triple-double yesterday. 10 points, 11 boards and 16 assists against South Africa. As you see, Thailand there have performed admirably. There's no doubt about that. They've shot the ball well when they've gotten the chance to. Execution has failed them from time to time, and unfortunately for them, the defense of Great Britain has been a total brick wall for them, and at numerous occasions in this contest they haven't been able to get a shot off, and shot clock violations have kind of been the norm in this second half for the Asian side. Amontep Kompakau leads the way with 11 points. Actually got a double-double late on in that third quarter, picked up his 10th board. So Amontep Kompakau has a double-double of 11 points and 10 rebounds. Vadatok Chiero has 4 to support him. Thailand only shooting 19% from the field, 0 of 4 from downtown. Not doing too bad from the foul line though, 3 of 6. Shooting at an even 50% clip. So we are getting set to start the fourth and final period here on court number 1. And Great Britain well on their way to a third straight victory here in South America. Kampompak for Thailand. Kampompak looking for help, finds it in Velachuk Chiero, and a block there from Knight. And away comes McIntyre. McIntyre, methodical in his approach, goes to the baseline. There is long under the basket. Beautifully done from Great Britain. Simple yet deadly from the European champions. Valatok Chiero. Montep Kongpakhao goes for 2 from the corner pocket, and that's no good. It's rebounded by Long. Here is McIntyre, again surveying what's before him. Oscar Knight was open, so was Long. Tagrest to set the screen, beautiful cut from McIntyre. There is Knight at the foul line, and that smacks the backboard, gets his own rebound, and a whistle has gone. Oscar Knight will head to the line. Oscar Knight, one of the main offensive juggernauts of this Great Britain team. Only GB player to average a double-double last summer at the European Championships. 12 points, 10 boards a game. Also led GB in steals as well. It's just over a steal a game. Man who started his playing career in the southwest of England, in the lovely city of Plymouth. Here comes, well, Thailand will have to reset their possession as another Thailand player is on the floor. Nippon Bumthawat helped back up by Abs Tagrest and his Thai teammate Nokawat Kampompak. And here is Kampompak on the ball. A lot of time on the shot clock. Kongpakhao on the ball. Here is Kampompak, the mid-range. That's good. Thailand are a really good mid-range shooting team when given the chance, regardless of who is in their face. And that is Nanonat Kampompak's first field goal of the contest. 2 minutes played in the fourth. McIntyre a 2. That's off the back iron. Rebounded by Knight, tipped away, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a Thailand possession. In fact, it will not be a Thailand possession. It will be a GB possession. My apologies. Here is Tagrest. McIntyre. Knight wide open from the elbow. And that's in and out. And Montep Kongpakhao collects his 11th rebound of this contest. Chance of GB ringing around Sao Paulo. 5 to shoot for Kongpakhao. Great defense from Knight, and another shot clock violation for Thailand. That is turnover number 20 for the Asian side. Coming up to 3 minutes played in this fourth and final period. Tagrest to Knight, McIntyre. There is Long in acres of space off the glass. That's too strong. Tagrest and Kongpakhao were fighting for it. Behind the back pass from Tagrest, and a foul is called as Alex Wilson was going for the shot inside. Beautiful pass though from Tagrest under great pressure from a Montep Kongpakhao, and then scooped the ball under him, and it was welcomed by Long. Only the second team foul for Thailand in this fourth period. Long off balance, and Jack Long will go to the line. As McIntyre just goes to the GB bench and receives instruction from Adeorik Bemi. Adeorik Bemi, not only a coach, but does play in the Premier Division back in the United Kingdom, plays for the London Titans, and also is the head coach of the main women's team in the capital, the East London Phoenix. As Jack Long makes the second free throw. As Montep Kompakau has the ball. One of the main offensive leaders in this Thailand team. A career average of around 23 points at under 23 level for a Montep Kompakau. But another turnover for Thailand, and here is McIntyre. Oscar Knight in acres of space for the two, and rebound taken by Falatuk Chiero. That's only his third rebound of this contest for someone who plays under the basket. Here is Kompakau trying to dance his way inside. Great pass to the basket and a beautiful score from Bunthiwak Susiwan. Well, excuse me, Bunthiwak Sisuwan. My apologies. McIntyre, wide open a three. That's short, rebounded by Wilson. Wilson at the second attempt doesn't get that to fall either. And Great Britain having their way on the offensive glass. 9 offensive boards for GB. Tagrest, a 2. (80-90). Falatuk Chiero. Chiero looking for options and was looking for Kampopak, but the whistle has gone. Now, after a slight delay in action over on court number 2, the national anthems are starting, and Tukia and Canada will take to the floor in under 3 minutes' time on the IWBF YouTube channel. All games live on the IWBF YouTube channel and on the CBBC Brazil feed as well. As Rohan Olsen checks in to the game, as does Tom Harvey. Kompakau. And Kompakau, the mid-range, gets that friendly roll. Thailand have scored 14 points from the mid-range in this contest, and at the other end, the score is good from Joel Clifton under the hoop. We talk about 14 points from the mid-range for Thailand. GB have scored 60 of their 82 points inside. Falatuk Chiero, shot clock, well, was going to go down to 12, but the ball goes out of bounds, and Great Britain will have the ball. 4:22 remains, and Great Britain lead big here. We lead by 61. As said earlier on, a winning average of 67 points for Great Britain thus far. As McIntyre laces a 2. Six minutes played in the fourth and final quarter. Falatuk Chiero. Cries of defense from the GB fans here in Sao Paulo. Kompakau, 7 to shoot for Thailand. Great defense from Clifton. And great defense as well under the basket from Rohan Olsen. And now in transition, that might be asking a little too much of Tom Harvey. The ball will go out of bounds and it'll be a Thailand ball. That is only Great Britain's second turnover of this contest. And for a team that does like to play at a quick pace, they've been a bit more methodical with their approach in this one. Kong Pakao inside. That's beautiful off-ball movement from Thailand. And Kampupak will head to the stripe for the Asian side. And Nonutat Kampupak, another player who likes to shoot from mid-range. He can also shoot the three ball as well. Hasn't had a chance, of course, to do that much in this contest. Hasn't really seen many minutes, but no doubt will get more minutes as this tournament progresses for the Thailand number 9. Of course, Thailand next in action tomorrow in the final game of the day against the United States of America. Here is McIntyre in the corner pocket, goes for the 2, nails a 2. McIntyre with 12 points to go with his 14 assists. Also has 6 rebounds as well and 2:42 remaining. Perhaps back-to-back triple-double watch for the Essex boy, whose parents are here supporting McIntyre. Here is McIntyre on the ball. Harvey, acres of space, and gets that friendly roll again. And Montep Kongpakhao, Falatuk Chiero, 2:13 remaining. Oscar Knight, great defense along the perimeter. And even though they're up by a sizable margin, Great Britain's defense stifling against this Thailand offense that likes to play from the mid-range. As Rohan Olsen comes out and Ollie Porter checks in for what should be the final 2 minutes, and Nononat Kompakpak will come out of the game as well. Here is Harvey the 2, and that's in and out. As Bithohak Sisuwan comes back into the game for Thailand. 10 to shoot for Thailand, and a Thailand player on the floor as Nippon Bomthawat hits the deck, and Thailand will reset. Fufan. Chachafong Fufan looking for Bomthawat and finds him. Shot clock is winding down. This will be another shot clock violation for Thailand with 1:26 remaining. And Great Britain will look to see this one out, and they will improve to 3-0. And in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot to play for. They will have a look in at the knockout phases. Of course, the top 4 go through from the 2 groups to make up the quarterfinals. And great hands there from Porter to keep it in, but it's straight into the arms of Amontep Kongpakhao as we enter the final minute here in Game 1 in Sao Paulo on Day 3 of the Under-23 World Championships. Here is Chachapong Fufan 5 to shoot, puts up the 2, grazes the rim. McIntyre rebounds. That's 7 rebounds for Charlie McIntyre. He'll probably have to settle for a double-double this time. Saying that like that's a bad thing. Here is McIntyre. Doesn't get that friendly roll. On the follow, though, was Porter. Excuse me, on the follow was Oscar Knight. My apologies. And into the game for the first time and for the final 30 seconds for Thailand. Gourmet Thapshashan, and here he is on the ball, who gives it up to Falatok Chiero. Fulfan. And Fulfan looking for options. A crowded area there with Chibi players putting him in a straitjacket nearly. 3 to shoot. Ball is deflected, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Thailand possession. 6.9 on the clock. It's academic either way you look at it, as Great Britain will go 3-0 as they prepare tomorrow for the challenge of Italy, who at the moment themselves are a perfect 2-0. They defeated Thailand in their opener and defeated the United States of America yesterday, as Thailand will let the ball roll for a shot clock violation. 3.6 on the clock, and Great Britain will just let the ball roll, and Great Britain a flawless 3-0 to start their Sao Paulo Odyssey, as they have a firm goal of reaching the last 8. For Thailand, they dropped to 0-3 in Group B. But a spirited performance from the Asian side. There is no doubt about it after a very slow start. Great Britain led from start to finish. And Great Britain, who have not trailed for any part of their 3 games, have maintained a consistent field goal average of 51% and over in every second of action here in Sao Paulo. Will improve to 3-0. They shot 63% from the field here today, led by 14 points from Jack Long and Oscar Knight, both off the bench today. Oh, Great Britain. Charlie McIntyre had 12 points on 60% shooting with 15 assists. Great Britain 62 points in the paint. And a good day's work for Adi Orogbemi's side. For Thailand, a spirited performance for them today. A double-double for Amontep Kongpakhal, who had 13 points, 13 rebounds. And supported by Varachok Chiero, who had 4 points and 3 rebounds. But defeat for Thailand, joy for Great Britain. And we will see you in a couple of hours' time here on court number 1 for Brazil against Australia. But there's more action on the IWBF YouTube channel. Right now, it's Turkey against Canada. So go on to that game. Should be an absolute thriller. But from me, John Hobbs, goodbye for now.